I'm getting an opportunity to build a car that's comparable to my own, literally. Because like I haven't really uncovered this whole list with you guys, but at the end of the day, it's comparable to what my car is. And I'm getting an opportunity to build it again in a slightly different year, but similar platform, and get paid for it. I don't know what else will humble you, but in my world, that's the most humbling thing you can possibly have happen. And so yes, every little part, every bolt on this project, you can bet your ass I'm gonna polish and take care of like it's my own. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We have an amazing project that just came into the shop today. This is a customer that came all the way from Quebec, Canada. I've been in contact with them for over a year now about this project. This is a first generation Eclipse GSR 4. Yes, you heard that right, GSR 4. What is a GSR 4? Well, the GSR 4 is the European / Japanese model of the GSX that you would be recognize most in the States. So you probably have never heard of the GSR 4. Well, we're lucky enough to have one here in the shop today. And like I said, it came all the way from Canada to us. This customer has been collecting and saving parts for their beloved project for, I want to say, 4 to 5 years now. And they brought not only the car, but everything that they've saved up. They drove 20 hours one way to drop everything off to us so we could get started. And included in the parts is a complete drivetrain setup by TMZ Performance. Shout out to Tim. And we'll be working on trying to figure out what we want to do as far as the motor is concerned. It sounds like billet block is the deciding factor for this customer. So we've got a complete drivetrain, like I said. We're going to be working on acquiring a billet block to do the motor build. And we have just about every part, if not every single part, that's offered by Carbonetics carbon fiber for this particular model. So we'll be installing all of that as well. From carbon fiber hatch, it's already got a carbon fiber hood. We're gonna have to do carbon fiber dash install, which those of you who know me know I hate doing those, but yet again, another carbon fiber dash install. We've got carbon fiber bumper, carbon fiber fenders, carbon fiber drag wing, carbon fiber lip.
Carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber, carbon fiber.
But what's cool about this customer is that they're just like me. They like to be really organized and really meticulous with everything. So I've got a long list of what each box contains, and we're really excited to get started. So be sure to tune in and join us. If you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, you're not going to get updates on this amazing build. We ready to go? All right. So this awesome build from Canada is such a huge honor. And one of the hardest parts is like, where are we going to start on this bad boy? This guy is really meticulous. Let me set this down real quick. Check this out. He has given me a list that is very detail oriented of all the boxes. And as you can tell, well, it's hard to see now because we're on another day and the shop's in full steam. We've got other customer jobs around and space is getting limited, but there's a huge pile of boxes that you saw in the last intro short that we did on this project. And actually it wasn't even a short, it was just me posting some pictures because I was so excited when he showed up. But I mean, we've got like, well, how many boxes we got here? Let's see, we've got like 13 or 14 different boxes and like a detailed list of what's in each box. And I mind you that these are not just like random parts or used parts or anything of that nature. These are all the top dollar, highest quality parts that you can buy for this platform. And there's a whole page just dedicated to titanium hardware, if that gives you any sort of an idea. Interestingly enough, as you know, we make scatter shields for many different model vehicles, including the 1G DSM. And that's really what started this whole business many years ago. I think it's been 7, 8 years now, longer if you factor in the years that I was still working for Bosch before I quit and left corporate. But I've only made 2 titanium scatter shields ever. One of them is for an Evo, Proco Evo, that I don't even know if that car is still in service. Proco, where are you at, bro? The other one is for this car. So in one of these mini boxes over here is a titanium scatter shield that I made back when I first started the business. And I'll be honest, I completely forgot about it until I saw it on this list. So we're gonna go ahead and start diving into this project right away. Like I said, the first thing I want to do is probably get the fenders on it and some of the body panels so that they're less of a liability laying on the floor or being elsewhere in the shop. And so we'll go ahead and get started. The reason I have this stick though is because one of the things that drives me crazy about some of the builds that we see out there, and you guys know what I'm talking about, and this isn't a dig at this customer, by the way, but man, they have all of the high quality stuff. We're talking frontline fab, oil pump. We're getting ready to do a billet block for this build. Yes, he brought me an engine block. He brought me a already pre-built head from Head Games. He's got a PPG built dog box from TMZ. And even though he brought over a cast block, he decided he wants to go billet. So we're going down that path as well. Well, all these nice builds, even in car shows, show up and they've got everything nice, but they're missing a hood prop. So I've always got to break out my broom handle stick. Okay. So my whole point is I don't want to have extra pressure or have it flimsy. So yeah, there we go. All right, Pat, that's enough work for today. See you later. All right, so we've got to bring you up to speed a little bit because quite a bit's happened since the last shot you saw. Clearly, it was not enough work for the day because we had to remove the doors. The reason we removed the doors is because we had to remove the windshield. We had our windshield guys out here that handle install and removal of our windshield and also help us with replacing windshields. Shout out to Auto Glass Plus. You guys are the best. They were here earlier today because we finished this Camaro cage over here, and we thought, hey, while you're here, it makes sense to go ahead and have you guys pull the glass on this project since we're going to be doing a cage on it as well. And in order to do the glass, we had to remove the moldings. And in order to remove the moldings, we had to open and get the doors out of the way. And clearly the doors are not fully mounted, so we just went ahead and removed them. So that's why you see them no longer on the vehicle. Aside from that, we've been working on installing these boosted fabrication fender braces. And one of the things that it requires is that you modify the pinch seam right here, as well as this section over here, so that you're not hitting it when you go to mount it up. And you've obviously got the door brackets that you need to compensate for when mocking these up. But there is a considerable space that needs to be trimmed out of this area in order for the brace itself not to make contact. Now this is on the 1G, the first generation, not on the second generation. So if you've got a 2G and you're at home watching this video going, what are you doing? I have these on my 2G and I never had to do that. Well, yes, that's correct. That's because this is only required for the first generation and not the second generation Mitsubishi Eclipse, tail-on, whatever you want to call it. Additionally, these brackets are Gen 1 or V1 of this bracket design. Just like me, I've been making and selling this customer parts for probably 4 years, And speaking with Boosted Fabrication about the install on this, they were like, man, I think these are V1 and I sold them 4 years ago. So there's been revisions to this design since then, which of course are going to factor into the design and the fitment and the install. But just want to give you guys a little bit of background on this so that you understand what's going on and why we're doing this. But come on in here, come on in. Take a look. This is on the trim that I did right here. And then we opened up more than enough space in this region in order to make this possible. I ended up taking out way more than I needed and I wanted, but this is how it came out in order for me to get that clean seam and make sure that we have structural rigidity as well. So at this point, it's time to mark and drill these holes. Pretty straightforward. Now I'm going to take the brace back off to mark, or to actually drill those holes, because I don't want to damage the brace itself and the nice coating that's on it. And then we can finalize this install, at least the fitment, because these are brackets that come with it. And we're going to probably send these out for powder coating before we do the final install on these, because again, this was just kind of a rough requested design when this opportunity for these braces came out, again 4 years ago. This is specifically what the customer had requested from Boosted in order to get this done. So we'll go ahead and make a pilot hole here. And another one there. I'm gonna go get my expander. Isn't that shit satisfying? Could make a really dirty joke right now, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. So, what we have is fully installed brace on the passenger side. And so if you're wondering, okay, now what are you doing, Hochman? Yes, this car and project is finished, everyone. Let me present to you. No, what I'm doing is polishing this because I am just super humbled and respectful of the opportunity to work on this car for this customer. It's not every day that you get somebody that's gonna drive as far as this guy did and bring a project like this to my facility and just have me do it like this. Mind you, just to give some perspective, this build is comparable to my own race car, the Black Zenith Evo. I almost called it Wild Evo. There you go, Nick. Congratulations. Look what you're doing to me. The Black Zenith. The reason I started this business, or the foundation of how this business got started, is the Black Zenith. And I'm sorry for those of you that see all the Black Zenith content and it's not your thing, so you're not tuning into this facility, to these videos, but I mean, that's the heart of this business. And I built that car as a hobby out of my own garage. And it just so happened that this business is, basically a result of that. And now I'm getting an opportunity to build a car that's comparable to my own, literally. Because like I haven't really uncovered this whole list with you guys, but at the end of the day, it's comparable to what my car is. And I'm getting an opportunity to build it again in a slightly different year, but similar platform, and get paid for it. I don't know what else will humble you, but in my world, that's the most humbling thing you can possibly have happen. And so yes, every little part, every bolt on this project, you can bet your ass I'm gonna polish and take care of like it's my own. Be sure to check out our social media pages, because until we get monetized and we can do like private behind the scenes exclusive stuff for you guys, that's where you'll find other stuff. Other content is on our social media pages. But in the meantime, we are focused and determined on growing this YouTube channel to bring you guys more behind the scenes content like this on cool projects like this.